Hi, I'm Freda Smith, younger sister to Bill Cook, and fortunate sister-in-law to Karen Cook. And those two provided me with the two angels who live in my life now, and I can never thank them enough for providing me with these two darling girls who are like daughters. Anyway, I can't even remember the first time I met Karen. But we were really close friends, especially when we were newlyweds, because I got married August 6, 1970, and I think they got married 71.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we did lots of weekends and lots of day trips, even spent some time up at the ranch overnight. And
Grandpa Atkinson's?
Yep.
Okay.
Your ranch.
Yep. All right.
We had farms, you had ranches. Just kidding.
And what would you do up there?
Well, when we went to the ranch, they were actually castrating animals. But we didn't do that part. Karen and I hung out at the ranch house, and I did enjoy going up and talking to Grandpa Atkinson because he was funny. I remember he said something about not ever backing his butt up against the hot stove again. He goes, I did that once, and I'm not backing my butt up to that stove again. And I think about that all the time when I think of doing something the second time. I think, I'm not backing my butt up to that stove again. And anyway, Karen and I were really, really close, and she made me laugh all the time. I mean, she had more of a dry sense of humor than my husband, but between the two of them, endless laughter. And I know she's up there laughing with Doug right this minute, probably. And Karen was born September 5th, 1950. Doug was born August 31st, 1950, and I was born October 3rd, 1950. And I would always tell her, yep, we were all up on a bench in heaven waiting to come down here together. And
you went to the same high school as Grandma, if I remember right.
She was in the Brainiac group, the really good people. I wasn't in the parking lot gang, but I was more in the middle. And she was a year older in school. Even though we're only 20-something days apart in age, I barely missed the deadline. So I graduated in '69, and she and Doug graduated in '68.
Do you remember anything more about your high school years with Grandma? So you said she was in the kind of the nerd group, and you were...
I'd say Brainiac.
Brainiac, okay.
Nerds are smart people who aren't very approachable. Okay. No one is more approachable than your mother. Everywhere we went, she was friendly and nice and chatted with people. It amazed me because I'm more shy. I don't like to talk to people unless they talk to me, and then I'm friendly. She's friendly first, always.
So did you interact with her in high school?
No.
No. So did you not meet her until Bill brought her home? Yes? Okay.
No, I mean, I didn't get to know her. I'm sure I had seen her and knew who she was like everybody else, but she was in a different grade. And I was sloughing school and eating curly fries at the center, and she was over studying.
Sounds like somebody else I know. Yeah,
whoops. In other words, I had fun and she worked hard. Okay. That's to her credit.
And I'm going to back up one more time. So you're talking in your early months of her being a newlywed and you being a newlywed. What type of activities did you guys do? I'm trying to fill in those gaps during her life history.
Well, she would come to our house and I would make dinner. Okay. Sorry for her and Bill, because I am cook in name only. Okay. But I think I made hamburger helper.
Okay. Hey, that works.
So they just hang out at our house, and I don't remember being at their house quite as much. But I moved to Arizona in 1975.
Okay. So right after her mom was born.
That's right. That's right. Because when they came down to see us right after we put in our swimming pool, that's not why they came. But I mean, we had moved down there and then we put in a swimming pool and they came down and spent some time. And I'm guessing they left Katina home because I just read that letter today where Grandma Cook said I was sad to miss seeing Katina. And Christopher was just a little boy who was just learning to swim when he was about 4. So they came down and even spent quite a while staying at my house in Phoenix, and we chased all around. But after that, I was in Arizona, and so I would only get to visit when I came up to Salt Lake. And then we got busy, but one day she came to get me. Well, she just showed up one morning, like 9 or 10, maybe it was 11, but it was early. And she said, want to go visit Grandma Cook? And I said, sure. So we loaded my kids in the car, and her kids were already in the car. And we went to Grandma Cook's house, and we went to a couple of stores, and we stopped up at Skip's house, and I stayed outside with the kids, and she came out, she said, he insisted that I have something to eat. I'm so sorry. And I go, that's okay. Christopher used the bathroom in the driveway, but but boys are equipped for that. But I just had fun with the kids out in the car, and we just did crazy things like that. But most of the time it was just because we were all family, and we had family reunions, and we'd meet at my mom's house. I mean, they're just up the street, and it was just, those were good days. I have nothing but good memories. She was the sweetest. I mean, seriously, I love anyone who makes me laugh. So thank you, because life is too hard without laughter. But she had that really good religious side. Just in December, she stopped at my house, and is there a time limit?
Oh, you're good.
She stopped at my house, and she gave me some books that I had wanted forever. My favorite writer, David Bridges, writes church books. And she said, do you have David Bridges books on the Old Testament? No. And she gave me some, and I was so excited. She gave me Lorna Doones. She knew I loved Lorna Doones. So they gave me some one day, like the day before, and I ate them all. The next day, she said, if I had known you liked them so much, I would have brought you more. The next day, they brought me more, like tons. And I ate them all. I did not share one of them. So I appreciated her thoughtfulness, because not a lot of people remember what you love and make it special. And they'd bring me a donut on my birthday and on theirs. Isn't that what your dad does? On his birthday, maybe it was just his, he'd go around and give everybody, always thinking of someone else. That's your mom and dad. And I'm going to leave some time for others.
No, one more. What's your favorite memory with Grandma?
Oh, gosh. They're all favorites.
Yeah.
She told me a story about her mother the day I got married. And that makes me cry. It was so special to me that it was my wedding when she had a special experience in the temple, and she shared it with me, and I don't know that she shared it with anyone else, and that by far the best, very, very best remembrance, memory. Anyway, still dingy. She was not, I am dingy, and to the end, but I'm very, very grateful for her. She filled my life with a lot of memories and a lot of laughter, and that I really love and appreciate. The end.
Thank you, Freda.